plaintiff, Joseph Van Heck, met the defendant at church, and although he really liked his company, he often avoided him in church because he was a hugger. Joseph claims he loaned the defendant $3,000 to adopt a child, but he's suing because he has yet to be repaid. Defendant Jeff Redmond admits that Joseph gave him $3,000, but he insists it was never a loan. Jeff claims when Joseph gave him the money, he said it was a love offering, so he never should have expected to be repaid.
All right, let me hear from you first.
Well, this is a case where two Christians almost became two heathens. Jeff and I
became two heathens.
Well, it almost came to blows, but since both of us decided to bring it to you and let you decide here, so we decided not to take it to the street because we were talking about fighting.
That's what we're here for. That's why small claims exist. No matter how little the amount, we want you to bring it here so that you don't take it to the streets. People say, why do folks come in there with $300-400? I say, I want them to bring it here because otherwise people shoot and kill and stab over $300 in the street. Go ahead. Give me some background.
All right. So the background would be this. We go to the same church. Jeff and I call him lovable, huggable Jeff because he loves to hug people. I like him a lot, but I avoid him in church because I'm just not a hugger. But in small group, we go to small group on Thursdays at our pastor's house. And there's like 15 of us there. He came there one day and he wasn't lovable, huggable Jeff. You could feel he was depressed. And we, as the word says, iron sharpens iron. So we were trying to encourage him to share with us what the problem was. He told us that on the way over, he had a roofing job that he was supposed to do for $3,000 and that the lady had called and canceled and that he really needed that $3,000 because he was doing an adoption. They take foster kids into their home and this child had been abused. I'm not sure if it was physical or sexual, but he really wanted to take this child in and adopt this child. He needed this money. He was counting on this money and it fell through. So he was depressed. I listened, Bible study lasts about 2 hours. At the end of the 2 hours, not to do it in open and in public, I asked him, take a walk with me, Jeff. I said, I just feel like it's laid on my heart. I want to help you. I have some money here. I need a roof done. Elmo did the roof 20 years ago for me. I have the roof right here. I said, why don't you come do my roof? I said, you don't have to do it tomorrow. You don't have to do it next week. The roof isn't leaking. You could come do it in 4 or 5 months when the weather breaks. He gave me that hug and said, man, I love you. Thank you. 4 or 5 months went by. I called him up. He came right over. He looked at the roof and he said, I can't do that roof. It's too steep. Is there anything else we can do? And I said, well, we have other properties. Let me see.
Let me get some background from him first. Go ahead. Then we'll get to the loan you allege you made. Sir?
Well, he's right. We're at a small group. He came to me. He approached me, like he said, afterwards and said, God laid it on my heart to give you a love offering.
Let's start with the beginning.
Your Honor, I never use the word love offering.
Hold on, sir. Let's start at the beginning. Not when he approached you. Let's talk about when you start talking about your bad luck. Nobody would approach you unless you came out dry begging, is what they call it.
we weren't dry begging.
All right, go ahead. We just thought you mentioned it to him.
We were down in our luck. Okay, there's no doubt about it. We're going through a financial situation to adopt a young lady, a little girl that was molested. And it cost us about 10 grand in lawyer fees, which drained our account. We were behind on bills. So I opened up in the small group, told him how I felt, asked for some prayer. And he approached me afterwards. And he said, God laid it on my heart to give you a love offering. And he said specifically, this is not a loan. God will give this back to me tenfold, Jeff. That's exactly what he said to me.
Crazy.
That was the only discussion?
That was the discussion. And I told him, I said, I am a carpenter. Maybe somehow, some shape, some form, I can give you a love offering back.
You're a carpenter like Jesus was.
Absolutely.
You couldn't perform a miracle on that roof? He said you couldn't fix?
I can't. The roof was too steep.
So you volunteered to fix his entire roof?
If it was to my capability, yes, sir.
So in your capability, meaning what? What does that mean?
I don't have the equipment. That's a 10 pitch. You need toe jacks.
Okay. And when you told him that, what did he say?
Well, I mean, it got a little heated.
Heated? Why?
Because he wants his love offering back.
So when you first came suddenly he says, well, give me my money back?
He said we'll have to work something out.
Sir, did he ever plainly state to you, I want my money back since you can't fix my roof?
Yes, sir.
And what did you say?
I said, pretty much sorry about your luck.
Sir, you coming off as one of them lying Christians that I see coming in here all the time. All the time. They come in here thumping the Bible, Jesus, Jesus, and then they lie right out of their mouth. And that's how you're coming across. I hope that's not the case.
I apologize.
But that's certainly how you're coming. Don't apologize to me. Ask for forgiveness. By the way, you all were at your pastor's house, right?
Yes, sir.
Did the pastor hear you're a dry bag?
Yes, sir.
And what did the pastor say? You're on your own. I ain't got nothing to do. What the pastor say? What did he say? Good luck? Or what did he say? What did the pastor say?
He prayed over us.
Oh, okay. He prayed over it.
I don't honestly remember us praying. No.
Okay. Did anyone get a statement from the pastor?
No.
He don't want to be a part of it, does
He
he?
asked me not to come here.
Why?
Christians aren't supposed to sue Christians.
All right. So what are you all, heathen in the day? Or
We are. We're in the flesh.
today you are
We ain't walking in the
heathen?
spirit.
So you just usually ask for forgiveness?
I will at the end of this.
When people...
Can I add something? On May 9th, I called him. I said, Jeff, what are we going to do about this money? I said, Christians aren't supposed to charge Christians interest. So how about we just do $100 a month for 30 months? He said, definitely. I can afford that. On July 1st, I wish I would have kept the text, but I didn't. It said, can you please wait till next month? I don't have enough work this month. I'll pay you starting next month. I text back, absolutely.
So, one of you good Christians has lied 3 times, unless he agrees with what you said. Let's try this time. In May, did you agree to pay $100?
Yes.
Why?
Because he kept harassing me and bugging me.
Oh, okay.
Eventually,
I did not.
I own my
All
own
right.
business.
But then what? You changed your mind?
Well, it was a love offering. I was tired of being harassed, so I said yes.
No, you don't get harassed if you make a commitment. Did you pay any of the 100?
Negative.
Why?
He gave it to me.
I know, but we're talking about the $100 a month. Let's throw away what he said earlier. It's a gift. It's a love offering. Let's go with what you said later. I'll pay you $100 a month. So my question is, why did you go back on your commitment?
Because he went back on his commitment and gave me a love offering and then turned it into a loan.
Sir, you said to him, I will give you $100 a month. You're the last one with the commitment. Why didn't you fulfill your commitment?
Didn't feel like I owed it to him.
So why did you tell him you would give it to him?
Because I was tired of him bugging me.
I'm going to grant you your judgment. I think you're a liar. That's what I believe. You made a commitment to pay him $100 a month. I believe you did it because you believed you owed. $3,000 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Jeff, you all right? You want a hug?
No.
No? Hopefully we forgive each other. I'm willing to give him a hug right now. And I'm not a hugger.
Well, I think that we forgive you, but we think you're a hypocrite.
That's fine.
I don't have anything to
He's
say.
not going to say anything. That's why I wouldn't say anything in there. It's not worth it.
You want to give him a hug?
If he needs
No.
$3,000 that bad, he's cheap enough. He can have it.
He should have done the roof. He promised to do the roof from day one.
The roof wasn't even about. It wasn't about.
It was.
The roof.
It was all
You
about the
paid
roof.
$3,000 for the adoption. No, it was not about.
It was
the
to
roof.
help you.
The roof came up a year later, Joe.
No, it didn't. He showed up
it
4 or
did.
5 months later.
You're a hypocrite.
No, well, you say what you want.
I did.